I promise you'll look at this lens differently after you watch the next 5 minutes of this video. And I'm excited to see what you think, to be honest. To be honest, this lens is a photographer's dream, but not just any photographer, but street photographers probably love this lens altogether. Because when I was shooting street photography more consistently, I would have liked a lens that went as wide as 16, but also punched in at 25. That would have definitely been useful. But what if I were to tell you that this lens is going to help you tell stories better? Would you think I'm lying? And if you think I'm lying, I am. No gear is going to help you tell stories better. But the reality is this lens at the price point that it is for what it does will make your vlog or whatever video you are shooting look that much better. The funny thing about this lens is that there is a lens that is very similar to this that is not a G lens, but an actual G Master lens in the 16-35mm 2.8. And it is 2 times the cost of this lens. And in Canadian dollars, I believe this is $1,500, in USD, it's about $1,200. And to be honest, for this price point and what this lens does, yes, it doesn't have that added 10 millimeters of range, of focal range, the G Master being 16-35, and this G lens being 16-25. Even though it doesn't have that extra focal range, it's actually a really great camera for the price point, half the price point of a G Master lens. To be honest, I might even say that it's better. Some would say it was better. I think it might be a little bit better, or comparable for sure. It's definitely comparable, if not better, than that G Master lens. So I would definitely, add this to the bag if you're thinking about it. I'm gonna disturb you for just 1 second. If you are loving the content that you're seeing so far, go ahead and like this. If you are really loving it, then you can definitely subscribe. Like, I would absolutely love that. And if you don't want to miss anything else that I do on this channel that has everything to do with storytelling, filmmaking, and honestly, I just love cameras. And if you love cameras as well, hit the bell. Yeah, so like, subscribe, hit the bell. Yeah, do those things and I'll love you forever. Okay, cool, let's get back to the video. But the reality is there's always going to be pros and cons with anything. There's no such thing as a perfect lens, unless we're talking about the 24-70 2.8 G Master lens. That's an amazing lens. I love it. But I'm completely biased because that's like my daily driver. But the reality is there are pros and cons with this lens in particular. Let's start with the pros. The pros is that it is ultra wide. It is absolutely amazing what you can capture with the 16, but still have the ability to zoom into that 25 and still get really great content as well. Great footage, I should say, as well. Like, it's great. I love the versatility of it. Another thing is that it is the constant 2.8 aperture through the zoom lens is absolutely perfect. So it doesn't matter if you're wide open gate at 2.8 16mm, the same lighting or same exposure that you have there when you zoom into 25mm will be the same consistency. It won't bump to 4.0 or 5.6 or something of that nature. It stays consistent even though you zoom in, which has been a problem with other lenses before. And the last thing, which I absolutely love, is that it is compact and it is light. It's great. It's easy. Throw it in your bag. Don't actually throw it, but yeah, you get the point. But it's easy to pick up and go with. It doesn't make your camera kit that you're working with that much heavier. It's good. it still protrudes out quite a bit. I wouldn't say that this is like a pancake lens or anything of that nature, because it definitely is not, but it is light enough, it's small enough, and for it being so light and compact and the quality of footage that you get out of it, great. But there are cons as well. One of them being the lack of zoom. Like sometimes, you know, you're at 25 and you're still feeling pretty wide and you can't necessarily punch in a little bit more. So yes, you'll have to switch to another lens to get some of the tighter shots, or honestly, you might have to push up a little closer to your subject or the object of whatever you're shooting in particular in order to get that done. Another thing is that there is no image stability in this, so you do see the shakes and the wobbles and different things of that nature, especially if you go to 60 frames per second. You will definitely see a lot of the shakes and so on, but there are ways around that as well in post editing, post production, and so forth. So you can deal with it, but it can be a little annoying, not gonna lie. So yeah, that's definitely something that you want to take into consideration. And the last thing is, I wrote it down in my notes. Oh yes, the price point. So while it is half the price of a G Master lens, and that G Master lens, like I said, it's 16-35 and not 16-25 like this G lens is. The reality is, because it is a G lens, you would expect it to be maybe a little bit priced lower, like maybe in the $800 range, but at $1,200 USD, $1,500 CAD, yeah, it definitely is a little bit pricey. I did say you would look at it differently, but I didn't say how you would look at it. Some people might think that this lens, for its price point and what it brings to the table, it doesn't really make much sense to add it to the bag in particular, and I totally understand that. I respect your decision for it. I believe for myself, as I'm using it right now, it is absolutely great for situations like this where I just want something where I can sit down and talk and still have a great depth of field, great footage in particular, and be able to vlog with it when I actually want to take out my camera and use a more bulkier setup to get to dial in some of that cinematic vlogness that many people are going for these days. This is a really great option. You pair it with a good ND filter system and you're off to the races. So now that you know a little bit more about this lens, is this something that you would add to the bag? Is this something that you are considering right now? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Anyway, that's all from me today. If this is something that blessed your spirit, go ahead and like this. If this is something that you want to keep up with, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, blow it up people's elbow it, and all of that great stuff. And if you want to get an alert of when the next one comes out, go ahead and hit that bell as well. Please do. Until the next one, go ahead and do something creative today. Peace. Yeah, for me, yeah, this lens stays on my A7C II, and I absolutely love it. So, you know, no one else loves it. I do.